schools are suffering from an epidemic of children, largely gay children, who are being told that they are transgender. Well, human rights activist Miranda Yardley joins me right now. Also still joined in the studio by former intelligence officer Philip Ingram. Thank you, both of you, for joining us. Miranda, it is an extraordinary thing what is happening in schools, this so-called social transitioning. You know, Jane says, actually, I'm John. John says, I'm Jane. Everyone kind of plays along with it. Kids, teachers being forced to lie. Often we know, statistics are quite clear, these children are... Sometimes they've been troubled, they have other mental health issues, they're suffering from depression, many often on the autistic spectrum as well. But we also know that a lot of these children are actually gay. And particularly girls, there's been a massive boom in this, of girls being told, oh, no, you're trans, no, you're not a typical girl, whatever that is, so you're probably trans, whereas actually these girls will grow up to be perfectly happy and healthy, bodies still intact, lesbians. Is this a new form of gay conversion therapy?
Yeah, so it most definitely is. I was very impressed with what Kemi Badenoch had to say yesterday. I think it's taken a lot of strength and courage, really, for her to say the things that she has said, given the power of the lobbyists and the very effective way in which they have managed to silence debate over this matter. The incidence of young girls transitioning into ersatz boys is not a new thing. This phenomenon's been creeping up, avalanching really,
yes.
towards us for quite a long time. I mean, I first wrote something about this back in about 2016 or 2017. Where the number of young girls transitioning went from, a mere handful to thousands, 2,500 or so.
And they think a lot of this was sort of what's going on with YouTubers and that sort of, they call it social contagion, don't they? Where basically, it's the new thing that you do. This must be the answer to my problems, they're being told.
Yeah, it's a nice, easy solution presented to a teenager, isn't it? That, I feel alienated from everyone and everything, and I don't fit in. And the reason is because I've been born in the wrong body, I'm the wrong sex. It's such a fallacious idea. Yeah. And it's being promoted by, it's promoted by YouTubers. If you go onto TikTok, around 5 minutes on transgender TikTok will probably send you the Chinese embassy saying you've got to stop this app. It's utterly corrosive and destructive towards the mental health of young people.
But you live as a trans woman. You're very open. You're a man. You're not delusional. you know what you biologically are. Is it the case? Do you think there are these young people who genuinely think that this is the answer to all their problems and don't understand what it actually means? Because we know that the social transitioning inevitably now leads to the, taking hormones, stopping the correct for their body, puberty developing, often then leads to puberty blockers, which then lead on to other drugs, often to surgery. We're seeing girls increasingly in Britain and America having their breasts cut off. I mean, horrific mutilation of their bodies, and girls and boys eventually end up in a situation where they're infertile, their bodies have been completely mutilated, and funnily enough, it hasn't solved their problems.
There's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah.
First of all, I'd like to address the matter you brought up. Yes, I live as a man, as I am a man, and the only way to live as a trans woman is to live as a man. Right. The whole concept of transgender is being presented almost as a panacea towards addressing a number of issues to do with mental health and what is becoming labelled neurodiversity, as we seem to live in a society which wishes to label and pathologize every form of human variation possible. Yeah. What we're ending up with are young children who, for whatever reason, are feeling that they don't fit in, and the behavior that they're exhibiting is, instead of it being they're not conforming to sex-based stereotypes, they are in fact the opposite sex. Yep. It creates a nasty feedback loop whereby, if you socially transition somebody, what you're doing is you're supporting the delusion that they are born into the wrong body. I would say even the concept of, I would say that the concept of any form of social transition for children is based upon an entirely false premise.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so sorry, Miranda. I have to. We're going to be going early to a break because we're going to take the Prime Minister's statement live. So I'm so sorry. I know we'll talk to you many more times about this. But Philip Ingram's here. Just a very quick word to you on this. The people opposed to gay conversion therapy, by like evangelical Christians, seem to think this is okay. Why?
It's ridiculous. Children are children. You're not sexually mature until you're hormonally you've matured. Yeah. We say age of 16, 18, 21.
And yet this is happening to often very young teens, even in primary schools.
Exactly.
Sometimes. Philip Ingram, thank you very much.